What has changed throughout these 46 years?
Oh my goodness, you're starting with a hard hitter. Just about everything. I mean, so much has evolved both in the local community, in the Bay Area, in the Jewish community, and in the independent film community, for sure. I think we see it that manifests in two really important ways at our festival. One being that we are committed to returning to all of the parts of this tradition that are fun and long-standing and reference points for our audience who is really, really committed. And many, many festival goers have been going to the festival for many years, if not through our entire life, which is so, so, so special and valuable. So, one example of that is our return to the iconic Castro Theater, which has been under renovation for several years. So that feels like a moment of return to some strains that are exactly as they have been for the length of the 46 years that we've been operating. But of course, like I mentioned, so many things have changed and we are evolving to hopefully meet the moment that we're in, both for our
So
community
is
and for the
filming a
industry that
remake?
we consider
What if
ourselves a part of that
a
ecosystem. And
sequel?
so you'll
My
see in the
second
program
ex
this year
sucks.
a
That's why
very
it's
strong
dark.
presence
And then
of
he's like,
new
pew, pew, pew,
voices,
pew,
first time feature filmmakers, world
but still
premieres,
ready to
and
begin,
folks who were
like
extending our sort of
turn down the lights
editorial
and
remit in order to
start the
include so that we
projector.
had a really vibrant offering
And
of
we'll
filmmakers at
end
this year's
there for
festival too.
today.
So I started with that question because I wanted to mention right at the beginning, I think we live in such a crucial times.
For sure.
We see communities being targeted with no reason. And I would like if you could share with us, with our viewers, how important is this festival to the community, the Jewish community here in the Bay Area?
Thank you for your question. Yeah, I think it's vitally important both for the Jewish community and for the wider communities that we're a part of. Really, I think the doors of the San Francisco Jewish Film Festival are open to absolutely everybody who's interested in film, in the lineup that we've put together, which is both obviously relevant to Jewish life, but expands way, way, way beyond that. And what we're showing are like West Coast and world premieres of some of the hottest, most exciting independent film titles that are on the circuit. And that is a gift to everybody who loves movies and can come to join us in the theaters. So while of course we're an affinity festival, we're committed to showing Jewish life on screen and supporting Jewish creators, we are really open and excited to explore all of the different ways that that manifests itself and be as inclusive as possible because we know that what Jewish creators and Jewish filmmakers have to offer is vital to everybody and is a contribution to culture at large. So the festival is of course a very special place for Jewish folks to gather and feel community in a moment that might be difficult, but it's also absolutely a celebration of film that is accessible to and open to absolutely everybody who's interested in joining us.
The festival begins on July 16th, runs through August the 2nd. And talk to me also as well about the opening night movie.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we start on July 16th. That's the Thursday where we'll be at the Herbst Theater. It's a beautiful, very, very stately, marvelous place to start off the festival. And that night, we're opening the festival with a film called Tell Me Everything, which is an Israeli fiction feature film by Moshe Rosenthal, who is an alumni of our festival. He actually had a film called Karaoke that opened our festival in 2022. So it's a really nice full circle moment with him. And this film is great. It's a family drama with incredible performances and it's a period piece. The costumes and the soundtrack take you right back to the 1980s, which is always a really fun cinematic experience, and it explores the legacy of hidden queerness and HIV in one family, which is really interesting and very relevant, I think, to San Francisco community members for sure. And then we go to the JCCSF, which is one of our main theater partners here on the San Francisco side. We run there on Friday and then Sunday through Sunday after that. And on Saturday, the 18th, we'll be in the Castro Theater. Again, really excited to return. And then we're back in the Roxy, which is where we play a lot of our next wave programming, those first features and those world premieres that I was talking about being fresh new voice contributions to the scene. And then we close out with a week long run in the Piedmont in the East Bay.
What I like about film festivals, not only the ability to watch a new movie, find some new talent people, but also to me, that's really important. But the most important to me is the fact of you can connect with some people. You can reach out to other people you never met before. And sometimes you stay in line waiting for to get in the theater, and then you start a conversation, you develop some sort of friendship. And I think that's the most interesting thing about film festivals. I met so many people through being in line
Yeah,
at either Mill Valley Film Festival, at your festival, the Frame Line, or the Sundance Film Festival. It's just
absolutely.
like it's a neat place to meet new people.
Absolutely. I think you have your finger on the pulse there 100%. I mean, film going in this way is a profoundly social activity. And at this time when, filmmakers and artists who are showing work that's brand new are really helping us make sense of the cultural moment that we're in. Just like you said, I mean, we are in politically and environmentally challenging times, and these filmmakers are offering us art to help make sense of that. But the third piece is your fellow audience members, how you metabolize that, having a conversation, asking each other questions. What did you think that meant? How did this land with you? And having debate, discussion, sometimes disagreement. But that juice is really what we are excited to provide and convene, because, you know, in a landscape where you're watching a lot at home, oftentimes, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, there's something extra special and premium about the experience of getting to do this in a social fabric, in social context. And it's absolutely one of the best parts of attending and planning a film festival.
The festival showcase more than 70 movies, right? Including documentaries, feature shorts.
Yes.
So where
Good.
people can find more information and also get tickets.
Everything is available now on our website at jfi.org. You should absolutely come and grab some tickets, grab some packages, grab some passes, sign up for a newsletter so that you're aware of any, new announcements. There might be a couple coming up, any ticket drops, and you can stay sort of on the cutting edge of all of those things. We've been really dynamic and active in how we're getting the information out there, but it's all available now on our website.
Speaking of updates, you just had an update on Imaginal Disc,
Yes.
which is going to be screening on July 26th.
Exactly right. You're up on the hot tea. It's a great, great, great movie. A really interesting addition to the festival lineup. This just world premiered at Tribeca, so it's on the West Coast for the first time ever. It's kind of a visual album, so it's a really special, interesting, almost experimental watch. It's a wonderful band called Magdalena Bay, and this film is directed by sort of legendary independent filmmaker Amanda Kramer. It's just an incredibly vibrant, interesting piece of variety that we're bringing into the lineup, and that'll play at the Roxy because it's a perfect indicator of like what we're doing with our next wave programming, really taking some chances, really playing some material that's exciting and interesting and brand new.
July 16th, it's the opening night for the San Francisco Jewish Film Festival here in the Bay Area and ends on August 2nd. More information, it's right there on the link. Thanks so much. Thank you so much, Ash Cook. I'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me.